Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my creative life. Today I'm working on a card because I do make pretty crafty things using Jen Lee Schoolcraft new and slightly used crafty supplies. So you can check the information box for more information about her website, and I'll talk about it later as well. So the first thing I did is I stamped this really cute girl using the Santoro London The Owl rubber stamp, and they are available on her site now. So what I thought I was going to do is I seen people do or color in images with like a black and white kind of vintage looking feel. And I really wanted to try it with this girl. I felt like she was just giving me those vibes. So I did that swatch over there on that top right corner. Now I don't have Copic markers, but I have an assortment of alcohol markers. And it just so happened that I have plenty of these cool gray colors as well as black. So I just started with the lightest colors, and as always I just kind of go up and up and up with darker shades with doing the shadowing, this and that, wherever I saw fit. Now I actually love the way she turned out. The only thing I don't like is I wish I wouldn't have put that dark shading on her two arms. You see on the top of her arms, it's just a little too dark. Now, the funny thing is, on all these colors I had like a cool gray 1, 3, and then it jumped to like 7, 9. So I think if I would have had that cool gray 5, that probably would have been a better shading effect. But you know what? I don't hate it. I'm okay with it. So I really like it. I love her face. I love her hair. But like I kind of said, it's okay. For my first try, look at, I am happy with it. So I used a white pen and I just started kind of adding highlights here and there. Not a whole lot, just on her bow and on the feathers. And then I started kind of realizing, okay, I wanted to darken or change the little bodice of her dress a little bit more. I added some more color to the owl. And then on her shoes and also her hair, she has hearts. I used red for those. Look at, like I said, folks, I love the way this turned out for my first try. I am definitely going to try this style again. Sorry that it was a little quick, but I always say I'm not really the person that you're going to learn how to color from, because what I do is I do a swatch like you saw over there on the top right, and then I just kind of go from light and then add shadows here and there, and I don't, have any specific rhyme or reason. But so I decided to also do a fun fold card with this, and this is a front flap. I did 1.5 inches on the right side and 1 inch on the left. Don't ask me why. That's just the way I thought of when I was cutting it out. So basically I took a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of paper, scored it at the 4.25, and then I just used my cutter here to kind of slice down and make those slices at the 1.5 on the right and the 1 on the left. I found this really pretty paper. I thought it looked so perfect with this. And the funny thing is it worked out being perfect. I didn't really have to create more scraps using it. I just cut at 4 inches. And then, so this piece is 4 by 5.25. And then this one was whatever was left over. I'm sorry, I didn't measure it. But, if you do the same flap measurement, you just do a 1/4 inch smaller. So definitely 4 inches on the height, and then whatever it is on the length. So I'm just going to fussy cut my little girl, and the magic of video is you didn't have to see me do the entire thing. I did use my my scissors with the spring. Those seem to help a lot when you're fussy cutting. So that's a good investment if you want to pick up something like that. But I also grabbed that very light gray again, and then just went around the edges. Now, even though white would have been okay since it's a black and white image, but I still felt like it was just a little too stark. I am going to add her to the top, and I think she just looks so cute there. So I'm going to do that as well. And because I'm measuring now, I probably should have paid more attention to what that measurement was. I know what to cut the white that's going to be underneath that flap, so that's where you would put the greeting. Now I'm putting it just underneath the flap because that way it's hidden, and that way if you wanted to write something personal, and in my case I'm actually going to stamp a bad word, so if you don't want to see that, you can close your eyes. I try not to really dwell on it, but you'll see in a minute, because I just felt like, with this vintage look, and she just looks like she's authentic in her feathery self. I don't know. It's just so weird, but I just thought I was going to use the stamp set that I had, and it basically says, "You're the," and then the the poop, I'll say, and so I don't have to say the word, but that will be stamped in the inside. But once I get those corners glued down better, I do use an acrylic block to kind of hold that down a little bit. I am going to grab some enamel dots. So my first idea is to grab those, and then I realized they were more of like a taupe color, so I did have some gray ones, and I really like that better. But I'm telling you folks, isn't that plaid paper just so perfect for this look? I think it just has a good look. I don't know the paper company. This was in my scrap pile, so I couldn't even tell you, but it's so pretty. I think it was originally like a vintage look because I showed the backside and it had like these vintage cars on it, but I know it's been in my scrap bag for a long time. So there's that. There, see, I keep trying to cover it, but you do get a glimpse of it, but we're all grown, so it's okay. But once I'm done with the stamping, I'll stamp that on a piece of white scrap and then make like a little flag there. Again, on one end, it's got like a little sassy curve instead of straight. I don't know. To me, it just makes a big difference. But I do hope you like this video. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. All the information you need regarding the stamp set, Jen Lee Schoolcraft website store, and a discount code will be in the information box, as well as a link to my blog and also my Instagram account. So just a little bit about Jen Lee Schoolcraft. So this is a very budget-friendly website, web store. And so if you're looking for stamps like discontinued stamps, especially like Stampin' Up, Close to My Heart, Stamps of Life, this one right here, which again is the Santoro London little girls, and there's a bunch of these. There's just a lot of different things, and I think you'll have a lot of fun going in there, and you'll be shocked to see the prices on some of these things. Folks, we know we spend a lot of money on stamps, and when you're only using them once every while, it's not really worth it. So take a look, use my discount code. It's my first name spelled DORLENE. Again, it'll be in the information box, but you'll get an additional 10% on the already low prices. But again, I hope you like this video. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of any of my new videos. I do post at least 2 a month. 2 a week. That doesn't sound like much. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I am creating in the command center, which in this case happens to be this really cool vintage black and white looking stamped image and fun fold card. Thank you so much again for watching. Appreciate it so much. Have a great day.